Behind every great man
is a great, confident, exceptional woman.
Hi, and welcome to Behind Every Great Man. I am Jessica, your host. This episode is Trad Wife Energy, Queens, Castles, and the Comparison Trap. Behind every great man is a great woman who celebrates other queens without questioning her own reign. The social media trend of the trad wife has been around for a few years now, but traditional wives have been around for decades. It's women who embrace homemaking, cooking, raising children, and supporting their husbands. For some people, it's inspiring and their normal way of life. For others, it feels limiting, even outdated. And another group of us, it stirs up that old familiar pole of comparison. Am I doing enough? Am I measuring up? One of my girlfriends, Sarah, she lives in San Diego. She's this gorgeous, statuesque woman. She's married to a great husband, has 2 beautiful children. They travel the world together like it's no big deal. When you look at her life, it's like, wow, girl, your life, it's incredible. And honestly, I used to look at her and think, man, I would love to be that kind of wife. She makes it look effortless, the cooking, the homemaking, the way she nurtures her family, the whole traditional wife thing just seems to come so naturally for her. Meanwhile, when I first got married, I could not cook a frickin' thing. Pancakes were my specialty, and even then I would burn them, but I wanted to be a good homemaker. It just didn't come naturally to me. So when Sarah invited us to her Friendsgiving she was having, can I tell you the amount of anxiety I had over this? Everyone was bringing a dish, and I thought, what on earth do you bring to Martha Stewart's house? I can't just bring a bottle of wine. Would a bowl of mixed nuts pass for a side dish? I was having such a hard time, not just about the food, but about myself. How do I even stand next to her life without feeling small? Will my husband look at her and think, man, I wish Jess cooked like that? I was a mess. My mind was a nonstop reel of comparison, of I'm not that wife. I don't measure up. My husband saw me throwing my little pity party, so he stopped me, sat me down, and said something that completely reframed how I see this. He said, you're Mary, Queen of Scots, and she's Queen Elizabeth. At first I was like, okay, what does that even mean? So here's the quick history lesson. Elizabeth and Mary were cousins, both queens in the 1500s. Elizabeth ruled England. Her kingdom was massive and powerful. She's remembered in history as one of the greatest monarchs. Mary ruled Scotland. Her kingdom was smaller, more fragile, had its challenges. It's easy to think that Mary looked across the border at Elizabeth's influence and felt like she didn't measure up. And here's the point. Mary's kingdom was still a kingdom. She still reigned. She still mattered. And that hit me. Sarah has her kingdom, and it is stunning. I can visit hers and admire its beauty, pick her brain about her decor, but just because her kingdom looks different doesn't mean mine is any less valuable. I have my kingdom too. God gave me this one, my walls, my people, my home, my family, my life. So I proudly walked into that Friendsgiving with my mixed green salad And it was a great night. And this is where the whole traditional wife conversation comes in for me. Social media makes it look like there's a right way to be a wife. If the way a queen runs her kingdom brings her joy, and it works for everyone inside those castle walls, what does it matter? If your joy is baking bread and creating this beautiful home, being a stay-at-home mom, being in a completely supportive role for your family, that is powerful. If your joy is running a business, traveling, or dreaming up big ideas, that's powerful too. If your kingdom looks different, if you work outside of the home, if you hate baking, if you thrive in a more modern rhythm, that is beautiful too. So the question isn't, am I a trad wife? Am I doing enough? Am I doing this whole wife thing right? No, the question is, am I happy with my kingdom? Do I love the role I play? Do I love what we've built? And if not, what would I change? Only you know if you're happy with your life. Only you know if you're truly fulfilled. And it takes courage, real courage, to be honest about that. If a woman is home but doesn't feel fulfilled, or if she's working but is secretly longing to be home, we hold compassion and empathy for that too. Every queen deserves grace in whatever season she finds herself in. And here's the beauty. In today's world, queens aren't limited to one role. You can send your kids off to school in the morning and run a company meeting in the afternoon. You can fold laundry while dreaming up your next creative project. Being a queen isn't about choosing tradition or modern. It's about blending them in the way that feels authentic to you. And here's another truth. We also never know what's going on behind someone else's castle walls. From the outside, a kingdom can look perfect, glittery towers, everything in order. But behind those walls, there could be loneliness or heartache. Celebrating women and their kingdoms, what they have built, and how they choose to reign is such a beautiful way to live. Let's take a moment for our weekly pause. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, let's take a brief moment together. Close your eyes if you can. Deep breath in. Let it out. Another deep, soothing breath in. And let it out. One more deep breath in. And let it out slowly. Picture your kingdom. However big, however small, see it. See the people in it, the ones you care for and serve and lead. Hold your head high and feel pride rise up in you for what God has given you, for what you have created, for what you've built, for who you've become. You are its queen. No matter the size, no matter the shape, you are its queen. And that deserves respect, honor, and dignity. Now look out and see all the other kingdoms, some small, some massive, some decorated beautifully, some more modest. See their beauty, knowing that every queen is out there doing her best. Your reign may look different than another, but it is no less powerful. Take pride, sister. It's yours. Behind every great man is a great woman who celebrates other queens without questioning her own reign. Thanks for taking the time to join me in listening to this podcast episode. You can find more episodes of Behind Every Great Man on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if this spoke to you, please subscribe and share it with your girlfriends. Thanks again, and please join me on the next episode.